Okay,
Just waiting for Martin.
we'll wait. We'll wait. We'll give him a minute.
I think we need to have to wait, otherwise
Yeah.
we're sunk. He did email asking for the link, so
Okay, bear with us, everybody out there. We'll be going in a minute or two.
I did figure out why you guys aren't getting the automatic email reminders. Mm.
Maybe they took it out of the budget.
No, I think Zoom went through an update, so I'll have to look at the settings again to see what happened because it looks
You'll have
different when
to
I log in now.
you'll have to put your name in instead of David.
I have to see if I can do that. I just don't know if I do that, if it wipes away all the um meeting numbers. They all have their IDs because they were all set up under him.
Yeah.
Hmm, okay, we're patient. And I see Martin is there. Martin, can you hear
Hello,
us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You are right now the most important person in Madison, Connecticut
Oh, really?
for 60 minutes
Wow. I don't know what
or
to
90.
say.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, we thank you for getting in here. And so right now it's 7:03. So I'm going to commence the October 7, 2024 regular meeting of the Madison Inland Wetlands and Watercourses Agency. With us, Anna Loss, myself, Joe Boudreau as vice chair, filling in for Kia. Lee Schumacher and Martin Brogy are here. Uh, Raquel Stubbs in the background, taking the minutes, and of course, Maria Patola is guiding us through this lake that we're floating on right now. So we're going to go right to the pending applications. The first one was withdrawn, 24-37, and is back. Identical description as 24-38, and this is for 49 Stony Lane, which was a number of lots with proposed homes. There's a water course slightly downhill of all of them. And Maria, who is with us to talk about it. I heard someone's going to hope that we can let you administratively approve this one.
Yeah, so one of the very first application was withdrawn because the applicant has changed. So that was withdrawn, and you'll see that under receipts. And I think we have Chuck Mandel here to present for 49 Stony.
Yes, good evening, Chuck Mandel. So the first application that was withdrawn was more of an administrative type of withdrawal. The potential buyers did not go through with the sale. They had hired another engineer. The sale fell through and we just came back. So it did get received last month. The commission had actually seen the plan, and the only material change were there's some landscaping walls that had been removed. We did receive health department approval for this. So in that regards, I was hoping either I can just do the administrative change. We paid the fees for a new application, but to get penalized a month, the winter's coming. My client would definitely like to get started. This has been delayed and delayed and delayed. This project has been very slow going. So if there could be a little bit of wiggle room on the commission's part to either just keep on with the receipt so that you can actually act on 24-3743, which is now 22-4433. That's the same one. Yeah, so the application number had changed, but we're still talking about go ahead with lot 4, I guess, to simplify things. So
Yep.
yeah, so it went from a 37 to a 44 in the application numbers. That was
Well, there was some slight changes from the receipt, right?
Yeah,
Chuck?
exactly. We removed some landscaping walls. There's actually a little less grading, but it's the same septic system and the plan. If you want to put it up on the screen, if the
Well,
commission,
that's up to
yeah, it's up to the commission.
what
If
they want to. They
if
want to go forward with the one that's supposed to be heard, or
And I can go ahead and discuss lot 3 if you want, but this was first on the application. So if you
Yeah,
want to,
I don't think we need to see 43 because that's gone. We can see 49.
49.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
so I'll
49.
bring up 49, and I believe, Chuck, the latest revision was 911, right?
Actually 918 was the last revision, 91824.
Thank you.
And that we also received septic approval from the health department. That's part of the record.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What?
91824.
I know. I just
Yes.
can't get the fucking audio going here.
No, you have
Easy.
it. We hear you.
Easy,
we can hear
Martin.
you, Barton.
Oh, excuse me.
That bleeping audio is working.
Please excuse me.
Okay, we're gonna see you on the internet soon.
Did you get that, Maria?
Oh, I see the one. It says revised Stony Lane 49, revised 911.
Let me send that over to you. Send now.
This is why I tried to do this from home and I don't have access to the stuff at home. I mean, the stuff at work.
Yep, no problem. I will send this to you right now.
Unfortunately, it looks like the address
Okay,
I
just sent it
printed.
over.
Hmm.
Okay, I just sent it over to you, Maria.
Was it septic changes that came through?
There may have been a, yes, we did. We went out and did some additional test pits, actually.
Yeah, we might not have gotten that one because I definitely only have.
Yeah, I just emailed it to you, so you might have it.
It's coming. It's making its way.
So the one thing that's unique on all these applications, that it's just just for the general knowledge of the commission, is we're using permeable reactive barriers on these. So what those are essentially they're a mixture of sand and wood chips that are down gradient from the septic system and from the reserve. So since they are outside 10 feet of any septic system, we've been in contact with the State Department of Public Health. These are not considered part of the septic system. So there are different types of nitrogen barriers that they use. One is goes directly under the system, but that's under the purview of those get a little bit more controversy with those, and they need a little bit more regulation. So we don't do those unless they're mandated. So what these permeable reactive barriers do is not only do they help mitigate some of the nitrogen, but they also it's also good for chemical lawn fertilizers, stormwater. It's just a general blanket that helps with the denitrification of the ground, of the soil.
And what has to be present for that to be installed? Like, why do people install those?
Well, that was originally one of the conditions of approval from the Wetlands Commission, because when
Oh.
we were a lot more ambitious with these,
Yes.
I think there was 12 lots or more.
Yes.
We had Mark Lancourt as an engineer who we hired to specifically to address nitrogen, which really isn't in the health code, but we
Yes.
were concerned with the proximity of the wetlands. So the condition of approval from your commission was to install these nitrogen barriers. So that's why we're putting them in.
Okay.
There's no harm. They last for years and years. There are no maintenance involved. I don't have all the data, what they actually do or how good they are, but in a general sense, they do work and they do remove some nitrogen. So I don't have those numbers of what it does exactly. So that's the reason that we installed these. They're completely inert. Like I said, it's sand and wood chips. So
Yeah.
they're just sitting in the ground. So as you can see, we have our septic system is that cyan color. And you can see the 100-foot review line. That's it's orange up above. So the house, so that's the 100-foot review. The septic tank is maybe 2 feet within it, is 98 feet. And the system itself is about 80 feet from the wetlands. The reserve is about a little more than that. And that nitrogen barrier is actually about 50 feet away from the inland wetlands. And you can see that dark line down gradient.
Hmm. And that dark line, dark line, that's ENS. That's
Oh,
a
yes,
silt fence?
that's silt fence. Yes, that's correct. And on
So-
sheet 2, I'm sorry, on sheet 2, we have the plan for that. That shows the silt fence and that reactive barrier also.
Yep.
It's cross
So
section.
I was thinking when I saw the email about going administrative, I was hoping it was similar to 55 where there's just one underground structure within the upland review. But here it's a corner of the house, the rear, and a few more structures. So I would recommend if we do go administrative that the ENS gets really, really fortified down gradient. Could be like super double wall hay bales or something just to be really.
Yeah, so
Really-
Joe, it didn't mean to interrupt you, but if you go to sheet 2 again, Maria, we show 2 details actually. One detail, let's keep going. One detail shows the filter fabric, and the
Yeah.
other one shows the filter fabric with the wood chips backing it. So a lot of times they'll use wood chips, but those can be substituted for hay bales also.
So it's like a berm.
Correct. Absolutely. Yeah. It's like a double protection, like you were talking about. And actually, wood chips are a little less destructive because if you look at silt fence, that has to be that to put it in correctly, that has to be dug into the ground and with some backfill. Otherwise, a lot of the contractors will put silt fence in, they'll just stake it to the ground and everything runs right underneath it. You've seen that a million times.
Okay.
So
if we do go administrative, I'll just offer the condition that all the wood chips be removed.
Well,
I don't,
Chuck,
go ahead.
I don't think it's this one that they want administrative, right, Chuck? Because this is the one
No.
that is on for
Um,
tonight.
no, yeah, the other one, the administrative would be the
55.
55. Yeah, I get confused between lot numbers and the
Okay,
lot
I read
numbers
that
and the
email.
address. Yeah.
Okay, I read that email quick. So
Yeah,
right,
so
this
what he
one-
was asking was the one that was withdrawn and being re-received, I think is the one he was asking for administrative. Yeah.
Oh, yes, exactly. That was the
Because
first one.
Yeah, that
That's
was the
not-
first one, and it's essentially just got pushed back a month because it
Oh.
was withdrawn and re-received. This one,
Oh,
there was 2 that were received in September, and we were supposed to hear 2 tonight, and a new one was being received, an additional lot. And it ended
I
up that
see.
one got pushed back to receipt again because there was a application change or applicant change.
Yeah, it was a bit
Okay.
convoluted. It was a bit convoluted, but the commission did get this application last month.
Okay,
Right.
I see. Then I'm all aboard with 49 being scheduled for next month. For
No,
sure.
it's 49 is this month.
49 you can act on tonight.
Yeah, let's talk lot numbers. That's easier for me to understand, so I don't get screwed up. So we're talking about lot 3 now, right?
This is lot 3, yes,
Yeah.
Lot 4 is the one that,
Okay, so we
that-
received this one already. Got it.
yes.
Right.
It's
Okay.
already been received.
and lot 4 is one
Okay,
that he wants to push to, or he'd like to do administratively.
Right, because that
Yeah.
was received last month, but had the applicant change.
all right. I'm sorry for the confusion.
Oh,
Too many
that
stony lanes.
I'm confused myself. Lot 2 was the only one that was just for receipt tonight.
Right,
Understood. So here, no vehicles construction related are going to be on the opposite side of the silt fence at any time, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I
Anybody
stand
else?
corrected because there's a lot right adjacent to it, so it'll be to either north or south, but there's going to be nothing to the west at all.
Okay. Does anybody else have questions?
Well, can you blow it up a little bit, Marie? It has a pool too, right? Is that blue one a pool or is that one?
Yes, yep, that's a proposed pool. That all falls within the building setback lines. That's probably, let me scale that quickly for you, and I'll tell you how far it is. That is,
12 by 18.
yeah, that's about 68 feet away from the wetland boundary.
And I forget, that's all wood spec there, right? What kind of, have you
Yes.
thought about a buffer of any kind, Chuck?
I imagine these are going to be landscaped pretty heavily from the neighbor. I mean, from the owners. But it's pretty densely wooded back there. And it's all open space. There's
it's an
really
open
nothing back
space
there.
conservation, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's an open space approval, so.
That footing drain that goes all the way to the wetlands, is it going all the way down there because the open space people don't want it?
No,
open on-
no, actually, that where it says 55.6, Joe,
Yeah.
that's just pointing to the end of the footing drain. So the footing drain actually ends right at where the silt fence is. You see the 16 contour right there?
Oh, okay. So it's saying it's 55.5 feet from the wetlands
Yeah, yes, exactly.
where the outlet is. Okay.
That corner, that's
Oh.
a corner of the level spreader, actually.
Okay. There it is. Discharge.
Yep. Yeah. At first, I was like, why are we doing that? But that was a call out. That's it.
I'm not having a good night. All right.
That's
You're here. That's what's important.
Yes,
that-
thanks.
I just was curious, is that a property line?
yes.
That dives down, yeah, that's the property line. So that's
That-
the limit of construction. And the distance from the wetlands to the property line is 50, 45 feet in general.
Yeah, it scales 47 to the closest
Yeah.
wetland flag
Yeah.
11.
There's no activity, obviously, outside the property boundary.
Nope.
No.
No, nothing outside the SF where it says silt fence. in
Got
there.
you. Okay. So there's a silt fences going on the property line.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
What's that long, skinny gray rectangle at the bottom? 25,
Right.
right above your cursor.
Oh, yeah,
There.
that's the permeable reactive barrier. That's the wood
Ah.
chips and sand.
Okay.
And that was
I was
part of
thinking it was, yep.
Yeah.
I was thinking the barrier was that gravelly looking area around the cyan.
No, that's select fill for the septic system.
Okay. Now I understand.
Got it. And then you see the reserve is in between there.
Yep. Yep. All right. So anybody else have questions?
The wood chip barrier, is it in a flood area, a flood zone?
Actually, let me see what floods. That's probably area of the 100-year flood. Let's see here.
Looks
Well, it's
like the
elevation,
answer.
it's elevation 14, so it's probably not, it's still in an X zone, Anna, but it's just considered like, they call it out as like the 2% chance of flooding or the 100-year storm. So it's not really in an AE zone per se.
Okay.
There's no base flood elevation for that.
Jeff, bear
Okay.
with me. Maybe this is something I should know, but what prevents the homeowner from encroaching on that open space line, like from the swimming pool, for instance?
Nothing at all. People do what they do, so,
Until I get a
Yeah.
phone call that somebody's trimming and.
right. I mean, Stony Lane, people drive up and down Stony Lane all the time, so it would be like any other home in Madison. How do you monitor any of these new subdivisions that are going in? Sometimes they put plaques and such, if people listen to them, but some kids running into the woods, who knows what they do? Not sure.
Yeah, zoning permit can have a condition, don't put the pool anywhere except where approved.
Oh, no, structures,
Yeah.
absolutely. But I think Lee was talking about how someone goes in there and starts cutting the trees down or
Yeah,
wants
play
firewood.
set or lawn or who knows what they put back there.
Oh, okay, I thought he said put the pool in there.
Oh,
No,
no. But it's an open space. So the land trust looks at it, I guess. I don't know who, or Maria's zoning's there. So whatever
We've
regulations
had
are
it
in effect.
where where Allison Drive is, we've had neighbors call and say, the neighbor, I think, is clearing too far in, it's open space back there, and then
Okay,
I have to do what I do.
all right. Well, we
Yeah,
want to keep
perfect.
Maria around working, so.
Okay, anybody else have questions regarding lot 3?
Looks good.
All right. Does anybody want to make a motion about
Can I ask a
allowing a,
question? Joe, can I ask a quick question first?
Oh,
Maria,
yeah.
did we get staff memos on these, or how's that working this month?
No, I did not
That's
do a
fine.
staff memo. I did, in my infinite wisdom, do a draft resolution, but then now I can't get at it because I'm home. So
Yeah, I was hoping you'd make it easy on us, like you always do.
yeah, I don't think I sent it to anybody. Because I did do a draft resolution and then I decided to not go into the office.
Did you send it to me, Maria?
No, I didn't send it to anybody. It was just a very basic, vote to approve. The normal.
I move we approve application 243849 Stony Lane, lot 3, with our standard conditions regarding erosion controls, and there's at least one other one, notifying the inland wetland agent ahead of time.
Thank you, Leah. Second.
Oh, I'd like to add one condition that all of the wood chips be removed right around the time of a CO. And then Martin
I like it.
seconded it.
And
seconded
the silt fence also, right, Joe?
Oh, yeah, that's standard.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yep, with the silt fence,
So the wood
out
chips
goes the
from
wood
the silt
chips.
fence be removed. Okay,
Correct. People might think it would be cool to just rake them out or something.
perfect.
So Lee made the motion with some standard conditions, and then we added the condition
Added
about
number 3.
removing
Yep.
the silt fence and the wood chips. Martin seconded it. Any discussion? Good. All in favor? How about a show of hands with an eye?
Aye.
That's a
Aye.
1, 2, 3, 4 to nothing. Lot 3 is approved.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
The first lot, it's been years.
Exactly.
Excellent. Okay, so congratulations to Barberry 12 LLC on that one. So we're going to go to now our new applications. It looks like we have 3 new ones. We're going to start with application 24-42. That's lot 2, 55 Stony Lane. And I'm going to guess, Chuck, you're going to present.
Yes. So lot two, this is another one that I was hoping to get an administrative approval. We are still working with Trent, so I didn't have, he came back with a couple of comments today that we're addressing, so I do not have an official approval, but the changes were de minimis and everything's gonna be less than 50 feet away, as all the lots and conditions of approval were. So, I know the general flavor of how this commission works, so I'm not gonna talk for you, so would you be willing to entertain a section 13?
If we can see it,
Yeah, Maria,
let's
We're
see
not-
how minimus it is.
if you'd be so kind.
If
See,
it's just a,
This is what I get for wanting to be comfy in my own house. I don't like operating this from home. I miss my dual screens. So that is application number 24, that's number 2442, 55 Stony Lane, correct? Lot 2?
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Okay, now Chuck,
Yes, ma'am.
my dear, I only have one plan and one application, so this had no revisions, right?
That is correct. That is correct.
and for the record, this is a detached single-family dwelling and associated site improvements within 100 feet wetland review area.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the commission actually has walked all these lots, I think at least once or twice,
Oh, yeah.
in the past.
Yep.
So this is almost the twin sister to the other lot. If you zoom in on the wetlands review line, please. Let's just scroll up. So right there, you can see the primary is the cyan. We are about, I would say 75 feet from the inland wetlands. We still have the reserve, and then we also have that nitrogen barrier that we had shown on the previous plan. That's the light gray. And that is actually, that nitrogen barrier is about 48 feet from the inland wetlands. The silt fence is there, the same details are there. It's a very compact septic system. It's only going to be for a 3-bedroom house. And so whatever comments Trent has, there we did add additional test pits to that. And he had told my client, Adam Greenberg, that he was going to send the approval, but he did not send it. So that's the only testimony I have to give you that. So I was hoping in trying, as Joe had mentioned, these lots have been sitting a long time, and I know the builders are anxious to try to get something in the ground before the winter hits. So
So here
The
they're
low-rise
showing a
component-
swimming pool with nothing around it, as if it's only in the grass. So
yeah, that's an in-ground pool, but you can see we're outside the review by about, I'll tell you how far. That's about 7
there-
feet. Yeah, that's about 6 or 7 feet from the inland review area.
okay, and it's how far from that galley? So maybe that's why.
Oh, from the nitrogen system, Joe?
No, the box, that S box,
Oh, okay. So yeah,
20,
that is
26, 26 feet.
Yep.
But they could put a like patio around the pool. I'm gonna guess they're gonna do that.
I would imagine. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure. I'm sure.
All right.
Now, the cross hatching, is that just representing the land trust?
The cross section there?
Yeah, cross hatching, that. red
Oh, the
corner.
crosshatch. Yes, that's the open space. Yes. Yep.
And how far is that corner of that lot to the wetland? It looked on the site plan to be fairly, very close. Is that?
The corner of the lot to the actual wetland is, let's see, maybe 25 feet.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, about 25 feet.
So.
That's the corner of the lot.
I know it's hard to guess. So do you anticipate the homeowner clearing all the way past that? What is that? Is that a?
Yeah, to the silt
way
fence.
back?
Yeah, so the silt fence just represents a limit of construction. I don't know if they're going to go all the way down there, but that was for erosion control. But we will be putting that the reactive barrier down there. But let's see, that reactive barrier is, let's see, that's about, yeah, so that's about 48 feet from the wetlands. So I don't suspect anything beyond that reactive barrier is going to get cleared, and we could certainly bring that up. We can move the silt fence as close to that barrier just to get a little bit more distance. But like I said, I don't suspect they're going to clear to that, Lee, but I can't. I don't know at this point.
So
Okay.
what, three-dimensionally, what does that nitrogen barrier look like? Is that on the plans?
Yeah.
Like
So
on-
if you go to sheet 2, Maria, please.
Absolutely.
Like, it's like
Thanks.
4 feet by
Yeah, keep going.
15.
Let's see. A little bit more, or is it on the other side? Can you scroll down some more? Oh, it's up in the upper right. Sorry.
There it is.
There you go.
Okay. 36 inches
Yeah,
thick.
yeah. It's like 3 feet wide, and about 4 feet deep. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yep.
All right, so there's less disturbance in the ground with this plan. There's just looks like a galley, the barrier, and the tank
Yes, and the
and
tank
the
is
pipe,
just
the
yeah. The
piping.
tank. Yeah, the tank is about 90 feet from the wetlands.
Yep. And of course, there's the tree clearing. So I'm on board with this one being administrative if the commission agrees, if the agency agrees.
I agree. I think it looks fine.
Okay.
I agree. I think if we can move that silt fence up a little bit more. Otherwise, I think I agree.
Yeah, I can I see where I can bring that silt fence even closer to the system and do less disturbance there.
Yeah.
And another condition you could do to be the silt fence to be field staked by the engineer. This way you know it gets done correctly.
Okay. So it looks like we're all in agreement to make it administrative, so it doesn't have to come back. Well,
I got a question for everybody though. Can you pull up the site plan, Maria? I have it open on my screen, but I don't know where the heck what the file number is.
Which
You know,
for the whole,
The one that has all the 4 lots on and the inland wetland marked. There's a corner of lot 2 and 3 that, I'm wondering how people feel about requiring on the property line markers to indicate that's inland wetland and no clearing beyond it or something like that. Because it, like Chuck said, it's 25 feet, right? I mean, we're getting pretty close to the wetland in that one corner area.
Yeah, some towns, Lee, what we do is we'll put like a 4x4 post with a plaque on it that just indicates that it's wetlands or people will recognize that.
Yeah, and we've required different things, so I don't know how Martin and Anna and Joe feel about. I don't think we need to do it across all the lots, but if I don't know whether you can see the map, but if you see the map, there's that one corner where lot 2 and lot 3 get really close to the wetland.
is this the one you're talking about?
Yes.
There you go. Yep.
oh yeah,
So maybe like half of lot 2 and half of lot 3 along that, just that one corner, just to
Like right
discourage,
over here?
yeah, discourage people from
yeah,
Uh,
like
Yeah,
half-
so it's like 110 feet. So we could put one at the angle point for sure, and then 50 feet of either side.
along the property line.
Yeah, along the property line.
I don't know
Yes.
if everybody thinks that's necessary. I think it would be a good idea.
no, it's definitely a good idea. Yep.
Okay, and where did you say you would put them again?
So at the angle point of 2 and 3, towards the closest point to the wetlands, and then 50 feet up on lot 2 and 50 feet on lot 3 on either side.
So
it'd be
50
a total
feet
of
You
either way.
mean 3 and 4, I think.
2 and 3.
2 and 3.
2 and 3.
So
Oh,
you
over
want to
there.
put one, you're
Yeah.
gonna put one, say right here, and then one
Yes.
over here, and
Yep.
then one over here.
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll do the 4x4 posts with, and we'll get some plaques from whatever you guys want to use.
I don't know whether we have to amend the lot 3 approval that we just did or not, but
We're
We'll
just
have,
in-
we'll have it put as a condition on the zoning permit.
there you go.
And then we'll get lot 2 right now.
Okay, so, okay,
And those markers could be like put down like to a depth of 80 feet so they can't be removed.
we did borings. I don't know if they coincide with the property corners.
Okay.
That I'm not sure.
Okay, so looks like we're ready to make a vote with the standard conditions and then Anna's request to bring up the silt fence closer to the nitrogen barrier. And then we're gonna have 2 markers for staying, notifying that the wetlands are just beyond, don't go any farther for lot 2. Anybody want to make a motion? Okay, I'm gonna make a motion that we approve application 24-42
Are-
for lot 2, known
Are
as
you-
50, what? Yep.
I said, are you approving it? You're,
Oh, no, nope, a motion to approve. Oh, I didn't say that, did I? A
Well,
motion to approve 55
so
Stony
you
Lane.
were saying that it was gonna be an agent to approve it as, or is that the one that the agent approval is?
Yes,
Oh.
that was the one I requested section 13 for.
Okay, then I make a motion that we allow this to be a section 13. Thank you, Maria. With the conditions as discussed, the 2 regular motions that we always talk about, erosion control barriers, which will be removed after the project's complete, and that they work closely with Maria, our wetlands agent. The silt fence gets moved uphill closer to the nitrogen barrier. And that lot 2 has 2 4x4 markers notifying the owners that the wetlands are beyond and they are not to clear or landscape beyond the markers.
I
So
second.
that's the motion to go administrative. Do I hear a second?
I second.
Thank you, Lee. So Lee is seconded. All in favor? Show your hands and say it aye.
I
1,
Aye.
2, 3, and 4. 4-0. Congratulations to the owners of 55 Stony Lane. You're in Maria's hands now.
Thank you.
Sure
On
thing.
their behalf, I thank you.
Let's see
Now,
now.
lot 4. Lot
Okay.
4 is coming up,
Yep.
which I don't believe has asked us for a favor.
I did. I have actually.
Oh, but wait,
Oh, but wait, there's more.
Wait,
So
there's more.
yeah, Chuck Mandel, agent for the applicant. So lot 4 was actually the one we had applied for last month. So the commission did receive it last month. They changed the applicant changed. The owner is still the same owner. It was just the applicant changed. So we put it in a new fee. The plan has changed. It's actually less grading now than the original owner. And the septic tank and the primary septic system and about 90% of the reserve is all outside the 100 feet. Actually, this is the one that's actually furthest away from the wetlands from all of them. That once again, the orange line indicates the 100-foot review zone. That our nitrogen barrier is almost at the 100-foot. It's probably 75 feet away now from the inland wetlands, and it's the same pool, silt fence. They're all very, very similar lots. You'll see 2 more after this.
I
Not
move,
tonight.
not
though.
tonight, but yes.
No.
I
So
move
this
that we allow Maria to approve this as a section 13 application. 2444 lot 4 of 43 Stony Lane.
Hmm.
Sorry to cut you off, Chuck.
No, I know when to shut up.
standard, same two standard conditions you'd like, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The way you typically do your section 13s.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna stop sharing this.
Okay, so that was a motion
I missed.
Yeah, did somebody second it?
to allow it to be administrative. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Oh, Anna has stepped up and seconded it. All in favor? Hands and an eye.
Aye.
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 I heard a laugh.
That
Okay,
wasn't
that's
me.
4-0. That works. A laugh is an eye here, yes. So, okay, that
Thank you.
application is approved.
Thank you very much for your time.
So lot 4. Thank you for walking us through it again.
Okay, no worries. I'm leaving.
Bless
Thanks,
you.
Jeff.
Okay, thank you.
I just have a question here in general, like, do we normally go through this process to determine whether or not we have administrative approval? No, I thought many things come before us and they sort of make the determination ahead of time if it's a shed or a pool, like, why are
Yeah,
we going
these
through
were
the process?
more major,
Mm-hmm. So
and
what's
they
the
were like
threshold?
discussed in the
We
past.
normally, no, how come I can't get rid of Chuck? Hold on a second, I'm trying to get rid of Chuck.
But
How do I, okay. So I think the issue was, well, we did hear one was due to be heard anyway. And I think their issue was that the lot number 4 was supposed to have been heard tonight. And because they changed the applicant, what happened is it was under contract. The contract, the people who had it under contract did not want the developer to build it. They wanted to hire their own builder who's built all their other homes. When that contract fell through, and the builder was no longer the applicant, it made it a new application, which they were feeling was not really fair because they wanted it to go through, and it essentially pushed it back a month. So he was asking, it was already received, you've already seen it, you were planning on hearing it. Why are we penalizing it because the applicant changed? Still the same
Sure.
owner, same subdivision, same plan. They actually did remove a big retaining wall. That was which made it essentially better. And I just figure that he assumed while he was on the roll, you might as well just ask if you can go ahead and, get lot 2 moving instead of the same thing. They're all,
Sure.
I left it, I don't make that decision. That's up to you. You guys wanted
Okay.
to wait, you could have.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah, and normally we don't do, single family homes as an agent approval, but you did
Mhm.
look at them, you had your choice. So,
Yeah,
it's just a matter of, more or less letting them move along instead of saying, hey, this is great, but we'll wait until next
right.
month to
I
say
think it's
yeah.
a good exercise. I think it's a
Yeah.
good exercise, and I think it was worthwhile.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, you make the decision, so.
Yeah,
there's two ways for administrative ones to be approved, and a lot of times they're small, and that's when we hear something was approved. But these major ones, when the agent is like, I don't know, and then
yeah.
it's like,
Mhm.
let us decide. And
I think it's good.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah. Thank you,
yeah.
guys.
you're welcome. So,
So now moving on, we have an application that screams sidewalk. So
well,
it's 116.
go ahead.
It's 116 Blinshed Road. Bunch of sick trees in the upland review area. It's application 24-45, and it's Jason and Nicole Wiles. Are they with us?
They are not, because it is only a receipt, but this was going to be they were going to mask. I said I would on their behalf to see if you would entertain an agent approval or if you would rather hear it next month. I've been out to the property with the arborist. She had I don't know if you saw the additional information that Michelle Ford was out there. She flagged the wetlands on Saturday. There are no trees. They're all in the review area. These trees they're in pretty bad shape. there's three trees that are the closest to the wetland. But everything according to her map is all in the review area. So, and there's actually one has already fallen and is laying across the lawn, and there was one that also broke. In addition, that they didn't include because those they can, handle as of right. But those are not.
Is my memory right? I think we have a letter from the arborist saying that they're diseased and they need to come early.
Yeah, he sent,
come out.
yes, he sent the letter, and then we had an appointment and we went out there. I was out there Thursday morning for quite a while. And she did submit all the pictures and the plans. Totally your call. If you want to hear it again, if you think you need to walk it, which I told her you might, we're gonna have to do it as sooner, rather than later, because he has a schedule. He's able to do it within the first week of November, which I said, if it has to go to the first meeting of November, we're not delaying the taking down of the trees at all, but they're bad.
Well, I'm comfortable having them take it down without going out there, but based on the arbor letter and your observations, Maria, but that's just me. I don't know about everybody else.
I agree with you, Lee. I feel comfortable with this one.
Oh, I was gonna say, I know that if Kia was with us, she'd be all wanting to see him. And I don't think we've ever administratively approved taking down like 12 or 15 trees that are on a slope.
They're not sloped.
Well, there was like a slope that went down to the,
There's three trees that are further away that are up higher. The rest of them are pretty much all flat, but there is three trees that are more behind the house that are up on a slope. Yeah, up on a slope. It totally your call. I felt the end result would end up, they're diseased. So yeah, I mean, they've been holding on to these, have been watching them for 3 years to see what the outcome would be.
hey, what's a month?
Yeah, exactly.
So
And
so we have Lee
Mm.
favoring administrative and Martin favoring administrative. I'm favoring coming back next month. So Anna, a tie means they come back next month.
Oh, boy. I think it would be good to let them cut the trees that might be endangering the house. And I don't know if we can, get best of both worlds, have them go ahead with the ones that endanger
He's
the
only gonna
house
go out
and then
once.
go see.
Now,
What's that?
Yeah.
was their plan, Maria, to stump them all and bring them to grade to make a nice yard?
Well, they're not going to replant, but they're not, they're just gonna cut them down to stump. I mean, they're not gonna plant grass or whatever.
Oh, some people might think of it as like, oh, we just expanded our yard, so we're just gonna.
No, she's not. No, we already had that discussion. They were actually even talking about potentially, there's already, I know you can't see it because you weren't out there, but there's already a little tiny, that's probably been there forever, almost like a border, like a rock border that's like, and that's it. There's grass, there's small bed of rocks at one point. They must have, where all the trees were, must have been, I don't know, mulched or whatever. And he said you already have like almost a natural delineation of that this is almost like a no-go area. So, and there are going to be some trees left in there. There's a couple of maples that'll still remain, and I think a pine or two. It's a lot of pines in the front and in the back, but
All right, so Anna is in favor of removal as soon as possible. So that's it, administrative. In fact, I don't even think we have to vote.
okay.
Yeah, I don't think we do. We'll just let it go administrative. I'm all for democracy, 3-1.
I will say I appreciate the pictures. I think they speak 1,000 words and help make
Yeah,
that
those were
decision.
good pictures.
I know I told her to take as many as as she could, and she did do the map to the best of her. I was happy that she was able to get somebody out there quickly, because I actually thought Michelle wasn't going out until today, and she went out Saturday. So that was good. I've seen a couple of, and we've had I know Joe, you were on the one, Bradley Corners, I think one time there was some beech tree and I've never seen them this bad. I know we've seen them on Bartlett, but
Those look bad, those pictures.
yeah.
They look like mange. They're, yeah, there was that
So, I mean,
property off
they
of,
won't be coming down any, she's just hoping that they don't decide to come down on their own before, he can get there the first week of November, so.
okay,
Okay,
you'll make
moving right along
them
again.
happy. So now we have some, oh, nope, you approved a section 13. 453 Bartlett Drive.
Yes, I actually did not, Aaron did while I was on vacation, but I had spoken to the people prior. They had the wetlands flagged by Davison Environmental went out and they consulted with them. And this application came in, I think the day before I left, or the day I left for vacation. And we entertained, doing it, and so she did it as a section 13. Because it was,
How far away? I always cringe with the in-ground pools, but how far away was it from the wetlands?
let's take a
Because
look,
that's a
see,
lot of
shall we?
activity. Was that like 80 feet away?
I believe it was quite a distance.
Okay, not within 50 feet. Because those always have more activity than people really know.
78 feet.
Okay, I can live with that.
Yes, 78 feet away. And Bartlett is one of those ones that,
Yep.
I know that there's wetlands on those neighborhoods. I'm getting very, very familiar with which neighborhoods I hear the street and I know there's,
This whole town is wet.
it's either wet or rock.
All right, so okay, thank you for taking care of that one, Aaron. You're out there somewhere. So now we have some naughty people.
Yeah,
Enforcements.
so our friend on Green Hill, she's plugging
The
along.
farmers?
The plant order's coming in. I spoke with, we exchanged voicemails and emails today. So, we're not technically not supposed to come back to her until May. She'll report back, but she said we did kind of make a tentative plan that I'd go out the end of the month and see what's planted to get stuff in our record, and then the all habitat will come back in the spring to see what's taken, what's resprouting, because they may end up changing their plan. They don't want sprouting to happen. So she's on track with that.
Cool.
And our friends at Railroad have a lot going on, and they had their silk fence in and their brush has been removed and it has been regraded. They did not get the seed in. They've regraded and raked out the ruts from the equipment, but the seed, I don't know if they had ordered a special like wetland mix or something, was on order, and then we've had rain and they had a medical emergency where someone was not able to get some of it done. So the only thing left is the seeding, but all the brush has been removed. So
Was
that's
this one in front of us before, like on the agenda?
Yeah, last month
Okay.
it was a show cause hearing. So
No, blanking.
yeah, it was a blight. It started as a blight issue. It is a blight issue. There is health directives for health matters.
Is this going to become an application?
No, it
Okay.
is just they did not, it came in as a complaint. Somebody said they cut trees and they did not. They
Okay.
had just limbed some trees, but they were trying to demolish. They had to get for the blight orders, demolish a garage, and they drove the equipment and it left some ruts in the ground. So
Okay.
your choice is, because it's not done, if you want to uphold the orders till next month to make sure everything's completed, and then we can go from there. That's your call, because they did not seed yet.
Do you see any reason to change? I don't see any reason to change.
Change as in,
Well, repeat what you just said as far as the direction.
Oh, so you can either uphold the orders until, for like another, till next month. Yeah, until next month to make sure that they seed, and then we can go out ahead and close it out. So that's, or
So when you say
Okay.
uphold the order, you're meaning extend.
There's a
Yeah.
cease and desist order. Yep.
yeah, uphold
End of
what the directives that we've already given them, which was
All right,
grade out, rake out the ruts, put them in silt fence and seed where they've rutted. So you can just,
I would say
Right,
that
I support-
since
yeah.
hasn't been completed yet, we might as well extend it until it's done.
Sure.
Yeah,
perfect.
keep it in effect. We want them back on the agenda.
Yeah.
All right, so now I'm gonna guess we don't have much in the way of correspondence. Anybody writing to us?
You know what? We don't have anybody, because KLO is not here. That's why. We don't have anybody dumping pesticides. So
Nice.
we have no correspondence.
Did our agency win any awards at the annual Wetland Festival? No? Okay. Guess nobody knows about that. Never-
The Kakiewicz Festival, or
The khaki
The-
whip? Wasn't
The
that?
Wetland Festival. It's a
No,
big
never
Connecticut
felt-
thing.
No.
All right, just humor there. So I did not read the September 9th minutes.
I read them and they
Did
look
you-
good to me, but
they look great to me, even though I only attended half the meeting.
And if Anna read them, then we have enough to approve them. We only need 3.
No, they looked good to me.
Thank you, Anna.
thank you, Anna.
Excellent. Then can we have a motion to approve the September 9th meeting minutes?
I second.
All in favor? 1,
Aye.
2, 3, 4. Okay, 4-0. And now there's remarks. It's that time of the meeting where Maria gives us remarks.
So my only remark this month was
Martha's
just
laughing.
it's the trees, because
Mhm.
not only did this happen with Blinshed, is I do have someone on Kelsey Place or Kelsey Springs that is going to be coming because they have the beech trees. And I don't want to do them, obviously, if they're clearly, we have surveys on these properties and they come and they show that they're, not in the wetland or not in the review area, go with God. But I just, if I don't, I just want a little direction if you'd like me to continue with requesting they get them flagged, see where they are, bring them, obviously bring them to you. I don't know. I'm making site visits to see how big they are, how dangerous they are. But we're just getting more and more. So,
I think for the record, I like the way the arborist did it on the one that we talked about tonight. That we get a formal letter,
yeah, it
talking
was
about
actually,
this disease and certifying that they're going to remove them without damage to the wetland and minimal
yeah,
damage.
he said he's putting
Um,
down mats and everything. He was actually, I probably learned more about the beech tree this one visit than we have. And, what a lot of, he was very educational. I just know that they're going to be coming more and more. So,
Well, I'm comfortable. I don't know, not speaking for everybody else. I mean, if we have a arborist certifying that they need to come out, I mean, who am I to question whether that's true or, whether that's true or not, unless we have a competing arborist. But
Mm.
I don't know how everybody
think-
else.
Having those pictures again, they were high, I can't think. They were very clear pictures. They weren't grainy. They were nice and big. So I would definitely push, submitting pictures like that more often. It helps us make these decisions.
yeah, I definitely
Especially
always tell them that make sure it's
situation like
it's a licensed arborist. Out there, we ask that, do you have a site plan? If you don't, we recommend that we have, the flagging, because then that would determine whether I can say yes or no, or they need us at all.
Mhm.
I think if
So-
you're, if there's enough in the record that you're comfortable with it, Maria, and if, so if we ever ask you why you approved that one,
Mhm.
you have the photographs and you have the letter and whatnot. I mean, is that enough direction for you? I mean,
Yeah, as long as you're, comfortable. I mean, I guess we probably should have, again, KLO is another, she's very knowledgeable, but I'll, have my own conversation
Right.
with her. People don't want to hear, it is kind of too bad, but the one person that I just spoke with, they're like, I have to go through it. Yeah, kind of do. I just can't say yes. I'm not losing my job over it. So as long as you still want, and I am, I don't want to say pushing, but recommending more, even if I have older site plans, from the 80s. I'll tell them if you could reflag it, that would be best, because sometimes it changes. Updating flagging, uh, and the arborist is a big, the two big key points. So yeah, as long as you're comfortable with me saying, well, you know what, I don't feel comfortable, it's gonna have to go, then that's fine, or um
We're comfortable with your uncomfortability. Yes,
Yeah, it's much
but I want to
appreciated.
thank you for your hard work out there. You've come a long way from the building department.
yeah. Oh,
So
This is all
on
about the
that,
American beach, right? The
yeah,
blight.
the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been my experience that they don't typically grow in the wetlands. They like the ravines and the slopes around the wetlands. They're typically not a wetland obligate or even facultative species. They're sort of on the perimeter in the shaded forest. So if you're looking at beaches, we're typically not looking at a wetland impact. But it is, again, nice to have the letters from the arborist and the information as
Yeah,
best
this
as
one
we can
happened to be
do.
right along the river, so, or
Yeah, they like the ravines and sometimes
yeah.
along stream sides and so forth. So it's important, but it's typically not typically, they typically don't grow in the wetlands. But it's all case specific. So I think it's important to look at it and then bring it to us if you have any questions.
Okay, yeah, he was also saying, which, I mean, I didn't know, first of all, I didn't know that the little critters get inside the buds, which is is a problem, and once they get inside the buds, that's how they're getting inside the wood itself. And people are trying, like I said, this woman said it's been 3 years, and um they've been hoping that these trees would rally. A lot of them weren't very big at all. She had some, decent sized ones, but most of them were like little guys. And it's just a shame to see it. And he was even saying that it could come to a point where they would almost be extinct. Just like he was naming, I think, a hickory that doesn't exist anymore. And there's two trees he named that they're just, with disease, that the trees just don't exist. So, oh, you're muted, Martin. What?
The chestnut, American chestnut.
Oh, is that the other one? Yeah.
Yeah, but the beaches, yeah, it's amazing. You walk through the woods and all the leaves are crinkled up. It's just incredible the last couple of
Well,
years.
yeah, that's all I've seen was usually the curled leaves, but these were like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So,
especially on the younger ones. It's not looking
okay.
good for the American beach, unfortunately.
No, no. All
Next,
right,
it'll be
that's it.
us.
Yeah. That's all the comments I have. Anybody else have comments?
I do not have comments. Lee,
Okay.
comments, Lee?
no comments.
Okay. Anna?
No, no comments.
Okay.
Need to do some, the only comment I have is, and I don't know whether the town can do anything. I think we need to do some recruiting, so we're not on the edge of a quorum every single.
We're on the edge of extinction. They did put out in the, I think in the Peg Lyons put out in her weekly brief or whatever, that they were looking for volunteers.
Okay.
All around. I mean, I run into the same problem with ZBA as well. I think your commission's supposed to be, what, 7 members with 2 alternates, I think.
I don't know, but
So-
it seems like, it seems like we're dancing on the edge every
I
meeting.
know. So they
It's
did
not
put out a,
uncommon. It's not
Yeah.
uncommon, you know,
They
No,
hand
meetings
out
get canceled
flyers
often.
at the
Yeah,
sure.
parades,
putting out fires or,
I'm sure it's not.
at the turkey trot.
yeah,
Get flyers out there.
yeah.
I
Tell all
know.
your-
We
tell
actually
all your
had
friends
one.
how much fun we're having, right?
We
So,
actually had somebody on Bradley Corners Road. She had a tree application, again, beech trees. And they were all far, like, 70, 80 feet from the wetland line. And I was like, has an environmental science degree. And I was like, hey, so what do you do on Monday night?
Nice.
Okay,
So
there we go.
I say,
trying.
if we can, it's, and obviously I've exercised great flexibility. Clearly tonight's no exception, but if I can jump on the call or whatever I'm juggling at home or whatever, I think we can be present, to the best of our ability.
yeah.
Yeah.
so that-
Certainly when there's public hearings, we need to be on video, but otherwise, we just do the best we can and try and show up.
Yeah, you're right, Martin. That's
And
true.
we also try to get the applications, as completely filled as possible, as much information as possible. I
Mhm.
know I did not, I was away on vacation and we had a staff change. We were in the middle of hiring a technician, so now I'm gonna have a land use technician to do some assisting in field work. And
good.
Michelle gave her notice, our admin, while I was on vacation.
Oh, my.
So we were almost up to 4 full people, and we were doing second round interviews when I came back. And I found that Michelle gave her notice. So now we're going to be looking for an admin again. So we're trying to get
Wow.
everything as complete as possible. So that's why staff reports were was a
That's
non-existent.
okay. Yeah, no, we're good for it.
But this way, as much information as we can give you and you can be prepped before, then yeah, you don't have to spend so much time here.
Right.
On Zoom.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
We'll
you,
see what
guys.
happens next month.
I move we
Well-
adjourn tonight's meeting.
Second.
8:07. All in favor?
Hi.
I see 4 hands, 4-0. Thanks for
Okay.
coming, everybody.
Thank
And go
you.
Bye,
Yankees.
everybody. Good job.
Have a
Good
good
job,
night.
Joe. See you later.
See ya.